session, we took a whirlwind tour of different countries and regions, exploring how development plays out in the real world. But today, we are zooming in on a critical aspect of development work, evaluating the projects and interventions that are meant to make a difference. Why evaluate? It's not just about grades. Think back to your school days. Remember those dreaded exams and essays? Well, evaluating development projects is kind of like that, but with much higher stakes. Instead of grades, we are talking about whether a program actually improved people's lives, solved a problem, or made a lasting impact. Here's why evaluations are so important. Learning from mistakes. Nobody is perfect, and even the most well-intentioned projects can have unintended consequences or simply not work as planned. Evaluations help us identify what went wrong so we can learn from our mistakes and do better next time. Proving what works. On the flip side, evaluations can also highlight what's working well. This evidence can be used to convince funders to invest in successful programs, scale them up to reach more people, and advocate for policy changes. Accountability. Let's face it, development work involves a lot of money and resources. Evaluations help us ensure that these resources are being used effectively and responsibly. They help us hold ourselves and others accountable for the promises we make to the communities we serve. How do we evaluate? The toolbox. There are a bunch of different tools and approaches we can use to evaluate development projects. Here are a few of the most common. Quantitative methods. Think numbers. Surveys, questionnaires, and statistical analysis can help us measure things like changes in income, health outcomes, or educational attainment. Qualitative methods. This is all about understanding the human side of things. Interviews, focus groups, and observations can help us gather insights into people's experiences, perceptions, and the social impact of a project. Mixed methods. Often, the best evaluations use a combination of both quantitative and qualitative methods to get a more complete picture of a project's impact. Participatory evaluation. This approach involves the people who are directly affected by the project in the evaluation process. It can help ensure that the evaluation is relevant to their needs and priorities. Challenges and considerations. Evaluating development projects isn't always easy. Here are a few challenges we need to keep in mind. Complexity. Development projects often have multiple goals and operate in complex social and political contexts. It can be difficult to isolate the specific impact of a project from all other factors at play. Bias. Evaluators need to be aware of their own biases and strive for objectivity. They also need to consider the perspectives of all stakeholders, including the people who are directly affected by the project. Time and resources. Good evaluations take time and money. It can be tempting to skimp on evaluations to save resources, but this can be a short-sighted approach. Without good evaluation data, it's difficult to know if a project is truly making a difference. Your role in evaluation. As future development professionals, you will likely be involved in evaluation at some points in your careers. Whether you are designing evaluations, collecting data, analyzing results, or using evaluation findings to advocate for change, your work can help ensure that development interventions are truly making a positive impact on people's lives. Remember, evaluation isn't just about ticking boxes or proving success. It's about learning, improving, and ultimately making a bigger difference in the world.